Hello, hello, hello. You are welcome back once again to Time Out with Fumi Akingbade. My name is Fumi Akingbade, and we are on to the series of Pillow Talk Show that we are actually bringing your way every day as God will help us. We've been dealing with some questions that have been sent to Punch newspaper, the column, the sex and sexuality column. So, and some of the questions that we are unable to trash with the column because of the numerous questions. So there's so many of them we are trashing here. And like I said, if you want to give me a call, just call on WhatsApp only, or better still, send me an SMS on WhatsApp. And the number to send WhatsApp SMS to is +234 8034540594 +2348034540594. And we've been actually trashing a lot of questions. Send your question to my wall, to my page, go to my Twitter, go to my website, go to my YouTube. Anyone, you can always get every of the media. You can always get in touch with me. And today we are rolling with the question that is asked by a mother. He said, "I'm scared of my son." And so what's the reason for the scary letter? She said, "Please, Madam Fumi, kindly help me out. What's the usual age for a first erection in a boy child? My son is barely 4 years old now, but I get scared each time I see him have erection, especially in the mornings." We are still doing this erection issue. "And also at all times. I thought he should not be having such at this tender age. Should I visit the hospital or what?" The question is, what time can a young child, boy, or boy child, what time should that boy child start having erection? She said her son is barely 4 years old, and he always have erection, especially at all times. Now, I just give a make-believe name as Mrs. F. Young. Now, this is the answer to the question. I think you should calm down and be more observant and get your facts right before visiting the hospital, because amazingly, some boys are born with erection. In fact, to let you know the truth of the matter, erection of a boy child occurs while the baby is still in the tummy, in utero. When a baby is still in the tummy, is having an erection. When a baby is still in the tummy, is having an erection. As soon as a baby develops the hands, the eyes, the tongue, you can see the baby suck, you can see the baby struggle. It comes this way, it comes that way. Is having erection. If it doesn't have erection in your tummy, there is a problem somewhere. We will say that you may likely make a visit or the doctor or the physician. So the point is that it shouldn't be an alarming thing if your boy as 4 years old have an erection. I think this is the very good time for you to take time according to his age, according to his exposure, especially the media, especially everything that you see around him. This is the best time to lecture him on that erection. Most of the time when a boy child are having their bath, you see them hold their penis and start playing with it, and it is getting erected, and they love it. Don't beat his hand and say, stop that. Are you taking after your father? Because I know most of us women, any bad thing is that they are taking after their father. No, this is the right time for you to sit him down and tell him the meaning of that erection and explain sex and sexuality to his age, to his level of exposure, to his level of understanding, to even his level of questioning. As a matter of fact, according to research, some effective ultrasound has shown that babies can have erection in the womb. Very good standardized ultrasound pick the erection of a boy child in the womb. They pick everything. They pick the heartbeat, they pick the breathing rate, they pick the erection, they pick the pulse rate. That's how science have taken a giant stride. Now, why I want you to relax is that a baby's erection aren't sexual. That it is just a normal physiological, just like the way he breathes in and out, just like the way he carries limb, just like the way he eats, just like the way he bites your nipple while sucking. It's a physiological thing. It's not sexual. It's not sexual. It's not sexual. It could be a little bit sensual when they keep on going back to their penis while having their bath. Or the house girl keep on playing with the penis and saying, I'm cleaning it, and he's staying, spending undue time in there. So I need you to know that stimulation can cause them to have this erection. And this stimulation at times during the change of diaper, when they are changing their diaper, they get stimulated and they can get erection. Whenever a boy child wants to wee, there must be an erection. 1 month old, 1 year old, 4-year old, there must be an erection before you wee. If the tissue of the penis is not gathered together and gather momentum, the urine will not be able to pass through the urethra. So there will be a form of erection. So it's a physiological thing. It's not sexual. It's not that, hey, what is this? No. And sometimes when you're bathing, sometimes when you touch the area too frequent, that's why I really would appreciate if a mother would bathe her son, or if your husband would bathe your son. Sometimes the house help thing might not really be helpful. So what you should be more detailed about is the level of the touch his penis receive, and who does the touching, and what is their motive, with what motive. The point is that it's normal physiological thing, but what you should be mindful of is that what timing does erection come in. If it's during the time of bathing, who does the touching? That's what you should look into, because it's a physiological thing. Now, if you don't look into that, it becomes sexual and it becomes sensual. So I need us to know that what time of the time. What detail of the level of the touches the penis receive, who does the touches, and with what motive. If your son is with a helper or a caregiver, watch out for such. I need us to know that. And most of the time, ask them questions. Ask them questions. I tell you, the children of nowadays, they're extremely smarter, 10 times better than their equals. They are smarter, very, very smart, very, very smart. I need us to know that. Then there's another question here. What is the definition of sex addiction, and what does it entail? This is definitely from a man. A make-believe name. He said Onus Etiosa. He wants to know, and that's a make-believe name. Nobody bears that name, please. What is the definition of sex addiction? Because the problem here is that the wife complained that she is sexually addicted. Why is it that sex is your food? How is it that it's everyday thing? Must you ask for sex today? We can, you start giving excuses. So he said, I'm emotionally disturbed. What is sex addiction? Am I sexually addicted or what? Can you please give me the detail? Of course, yes. Now, the question is, the answer is sex addiction is described as an overwhelming need for sex, as in overwhelming, as in overwhelming. You know, when you say something is overwhelming, the pursuit of which frequently take precedence over all other things in the life of that person. As in, like, I must have it. It's a do or die thing. If I don't have sex, I can't sleep. If I don't have sex, I can't be myself. I just have to have it. Now, there are need when now I want to differentiate that from when your husband has been sexually aroused all over town. You know the way a lady's dress, the breast is half out. We can see typically the nipple. If it's not well cupped off, you can see the tight clothing. Everything trigger the eyes of the man to this place, the front view down and the back view down. It's not helping. All over the place, they are sexually triggered. Pam, pam. Their sexual trigger is the button is pressed every micro minute. And that's why I always tell the single, now if you work as a working pornography on the street, that doesn't give you a good husband. I tell you, it is what you display that the man will take you for. If you display, I'm here, I'm here, sex, I can be sexual, I can be sensual. He will have his way. How much is it? And he will give you the money, but you are worthless. You are not valued. So I need us to know that. So sometimes when our men are all over the place, especially when they go on a trip, oh, God help us, they go to the UK, to the US, and men, you see working pornography on the street. You say, I see, like, and it's not with you. Now, that person, the sexual tank is filled. A lot of sexual trigger is dripping into that sexual tank. Krokoko, krakaka, pee, poo, 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 dropping. And the man is just like, let me hold myself. Let me hold myself. After all, I have a wife at home. When I get to meet this wife, oh, I will descend. In fact, the next 1 week, it will be sex galore 24/7. And that one could take place. After that, is okay. That is not sexual addiction. There has been a separation for some time, and the man just want to have a recap of feel of love, a feel of sex, because the testosterone in the man is ever present, ever running, ever gushing out like a pipe water, gushing out, as in gushing out, except something is wrong with the prostate. Probably as in, like, maybe there's a prostatitis, prostate enlargement, or cancer of the prostate, or there's issue with his general sexual activities. Except for that, man, the way they make their makeup, a mere scene and even an enclosed breast but well packaged, they are triggered. Any man they tell you that is not aroused with another woman who is not his wife, he's a liar. He's just trying to deceive you, probably trying to play a compromising game. But he handled his passion. And I said, ability to handle self-gratification is called maturity. He maturely handle it and waiting for the pure outlet, Pure. You are the pure outlet. You are the one that have been divinely placed on his bed to give him sex, right, center, front, back, up, down, name it. Now, if you now take that for a sex addiction, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's very wrong. Now, that one is different from sex addiction. Sex addiction is that you have this overwhelming, oh, I just must have sex. I just must have sex. and it didn't disturb you, it take precedent of everything, it occupy your thought, including your work, including your relationship. Sex addiction frequently engage in risky behavior, including not only being vulnerable, but also seeking stimulation in different situations. And that's why you see pornography is an addiction. And people tell me, what's wrong with pornography? Man, it takes you out of the normal. It takes you out of the usual. It places you in an unusual environment, and it gives you a distorted mindset about sex, about your spouse, about sexual relationship. That is just the truth of the matter. And at times, behavior is unusually self-justified. So stimulation, and so most sex addicts don't even view their action as problematic, though they frequently feel a sense of shame or guilt after indulging in this addiction. I can tell you, every opposite side effect of pornography and masturbation. You don't need to go through that route. You don't need to go through that route. I tell you, it's not a good route to go through. It's not. I want you to know that. Now let me take this besides, compulsive masturbation, multiple extramarital affair, anonymous sex partner, or string of one night stand is constantly, permeating that person. Consistent use of pornography. You open your laptop, the first thing we see is we just do like this, close our eyes. And sexual exhibition of, some horrible sexual desires and fantasies and all those things, having sex with animals, having sex with instruments, and all those stuff, seeking pleasure anywhere, anyhow, even having sex with a dog. That's what it's sex addiction. Now, let me round up with this last question. My name is Fumi Akingbade, your one and only sex therapist and bedroom instructor. And like I said, if you want to get to me, just call on +2348034540594 on WhatsApp only, or WhatsApp chatting. I will be available with that. But then don't give me a call with my local number. I might not be able to pick it. Now, this last question, I want us to quickly trash it and see how informative it could be. Do sex toys spread STD? Yes. Absolutely, yes. Sex toys, they are the first spread of STD besides kissing, besides exchanging towels and underwears or under armor. Yes, actually, there's a possibility of spread of infection and disease by an infected sex toy to your married partner and even other family member who plays around with such if you don't clean them up. So I always tell people, if you are the one that like, I need sex toys to spice up you, I leave it to your opinion. That's not my opinion. But then if you need to use it, always put antiseptic, Dettol, and that, clean it very well. So, and don't let it just lie around the whole place like that. Your daughter, your son can take it up, and you're on your own. And play around with such if you don't clean them up, and you share them with your partner and you with your wife or your husband. Sometimes there's just a serious infection, and STD is something that the moment you're serially infected, it doesn't get cured. Especially when you take some synthetic and medical medications, synthetic medications, and you didn't follow the prescription properly, and you didn't take them for the really period of a prescription that the doctor told you. By the time you're coming back again to go to be given more prescription, your body, the STD virus, the STD bacteria has developed extreme resistance against it. So you keep on treating it over and over. That's why when you get to that stage, I just give a food menu treatment, and I give a natural vitamin up treatment, and I place you on it for the next 6 months. These are the food you have to take because those are the ones that will boost your immunity and create an antigen against these antibiotics, and antibacterial, this bacteria and these viruses and even fungi. You don't want to mess up with sexual transmitted disease. It's important that after each use, wash the item in warm soapy water with a splash of a little bit of bleach if you have. Rinse it well and rinse it properly. I know you've enjoyed yourself. I'm having a fun time. I love doing this. I really love this. It's just make me feel on top of the world when I'm able to pass information to people, able to help them against mistakes, so that their marriage will be the best and their marriage will soar like an eagle. So today I'm leaving you with one word, that Jesus is Lord. He loves you, he loves your marriage, and your marriage will not fail. And I still remain your one and only bedroom instructor, Fumi Akingbade, and we are on to Pillow Talk Show. I think this is the 6th of the 7th series. Go to the website, go to my wall, go to my YouTube, go everywhere and get yourself informed. Information is gold. The meaning of wisdom is adequate and proper application of knowledge. So, au revoir and see you tomorrow as God's permit. Bye for now.